1 million confirmed cases of COVID-19 world.
The coronavirus.
COVID positive.
It's the coronavirus.
COVID-19.
Coronavirus.
Coronavirus.
COVID-19.
Coronavirus.
COVID-19.
The coronavirus.
Coronavirus, also known as COVID-19, is a respiratory illness infection that could spread from person to person. It was first identified during an investigation due to an outbreak in Wuhan, China. So far, there have been over 1,250,000 cases, over 60,000 deaths, and over 250,000 recovered.
So how are you doing today?
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Thank you for asking. Okay, could you please spell out your name?
Merina, and then my last name, Fassett, is Tate, Cazares, Tate.
All right, so how do you think that this whole entire distance learning experience has been for you?
I've taken online classes in the past, so it's not too much of a transition. I think the main thing right now is that it's a lot of self-taught learning that I am currently experiencing. Our teachers aren't really participating in online collaborative video chats or calls. Only 2 of my 6 are currently doing so. Other than that, I think that it's just a learning experience for me and just transitioning into a new way of really being focused on school and setting your own schedule. That way you can complete necessary assignments.
So how would you say the coronavirus has affected your life, whether it be like mentally or physically?
Physically, I'm not able to go to the gym anymore. So that's something that I was actually using to kill time being away from my family. So I know that I'm not able to work out as much. I don't feel as comfortable going out to like the supermarkets and stuff, even just taking drives, because my state has actually implemented a stay-at-home order. So I'm not really, and I live in an apartment too, so I can't really go outside and get some fresh air. As well, it has really contributed to me being a homebody, which I'm not necessarily used to.
All right, so how do you feel about students who are also going through this distant learning? Do you think that they're really using their resources to learn more, or do you think that they're using this quarantine time to slack off?
I honestly think that in order to participate in distance learning, you need to be very disciplined. It's difficult for a lot of students who procrastinate or who get distracted easily. And for me, I've always enjoyed school. I've always liked school. So I'm okay with setting aside time. It's actually, I'm using my online curriculum as a way for me to kill time and actually stay productive during this current pandemic. However, I do feel that a lot of students are going to be struggling because a lot of them don't have that drive. As well, it also does concern me in some ways because I do know that abuse is something that a lot of students are going to be incurring because school is usually their safe place. So that is where I'm kind of more concerned as well when it comes to food resources and availability of technology.
All right, how would you say that this whole entire pandemic has affected your current family dynamics?
For family dynamic, well, it's usually just me and my husband here in Maryland, but the only thing that has really affected me is now I don't know how travel is going to be. They have implemented travel bans and travel restrictions, so it concerns me as far as going to visit my family back home in Texas come summertime. So that's really the main thing that is a priority that I'm super worried about at the moment.
All right, and lastly, what do you think that the economic impacts on like jobs and businesses are in your community are?
Unfortunately, there has been a defeating downfall in the opportunities of jobs and resources that are available. There are a lot of people who are filing for unemployment. There are a lot of people who don't know how they're going to pay rent. For those who don't have salary-based jobs or jobs within the federal government, it's going to be difficult, and that's going to be something that's weighing heavy on their minds is am I going to be able to pay rent? Am I going to be able to pay utilities? How am I going to provide resources such as food and water for my family and myself? I am lucky that I'm not necessarily worrying about the finances currently because my husband does have a federal job, but it really does concern me. So, we're trying to implement help wherever needed. I know one of our neighbors, he got laid off, so we're doing what we can, to give him some extra food, some resources if we have it, if we're able to. They also have a little daughter, so I did offer to babysit her if she needs the assistance, if the parents are trying to go out and look for work. So, our economic downfall is really going to be hurting our economy and its status. So I'm hoping that our government can implement some more resources. I know they implemented the Relief Act, but as far as being aware of why aren't people staying home, a lot of these reasons are they're trying to look for work and they're trying to get as much resources as they can currently. So we do need to implement a long-term goal, and because we're not going to be able to create a solution without thinking of all of the stepping stones that's regarding this economic downfall.
All right, thank you so much for your time, and I hope you have a nice day.
Everybody, my name is James Gossidis, and I just want to thank you for watching my presentation, but I want to leave it off on one last final footnote for y'all. Throughout the duration of this experiment, whether it be with research or interviews, it was really nice to see what a deeper dive into our global pandemic was like. The one thing that I truly hope that you get out of this video, especially if you're from my generation, is that it's important to stay up to date with these global events and economic crises. And I'm not just saying this because it's a project, but it's because we are going to be the leaders of tomorrow. I just aid you to stay safe, remember to clean your face and wash your hands, and try to social distance. I wish all of you happiness and healthiness, and thank you for listening to my presentation.